Two offers, Nike and Adidas. Both are massive and they both want me as their athlete. One promises legacy and the other, bold as ever. Everyone had an opinion, but the choice is mine and I have to choose between them. I just turned 18 and I've got a title race on my back and also the pressure's sky high, and now this? I just wanted to play football and I know that this one decision could change everything. One move, one brand, and one chance to define my path. This decision could change everything and it's all on me now. Which path do I take? Nike or Adidas? I need to get this right. What if I choose wrong? This isn't just a sponsorship, it's my future. Whatever I choose next, there's no going back from it. Am I making the right choice? I guess we're about to find out. My name is Kingsley, and I'm an 18-year-old professional football player. I grew up in Wimbledon, playing for my hometown club AFC Wimbledon, and after years of grinding, I helped the team earn promotion to EFL League One, but it was just the beginning, and soon after that, I got signed by Lech Poznan, one of the biggest clubs in Poland, and today it's time to keep that story going, so let's get into it. My first match in this league was everything I dreamed of. I started and scored on my debut and helped the team grab all 3 points. The fans were chanting, and suddenly, my name was buzzing around the country. But I knew one game doesn't mean you've arrived. It just means you've been noticed. In the next game, I found myself on the bench. The coach called it rotation, but I felt the pressure. We were down 1-0 when I came on. I didn't overthink it. I exploded down the wing, beat my man, and delivered a low cross for the equalizer. And that single moment reminded everyone what I could do. Then came my home debut. The stadium was packed and I could barely hear myself think, but I wasn't there to soak it in. I was there to deliver. Half an hour in, I cut inside, found a gap, and buried my first home goal. And I sprinted to the corner flag to celebrate it with our fans, and it was the first time that I experienced something this special. But with attention comes pressure. Training sessions got colder. Some teammates started keeping their distance because I wasn't just the new kid anymore. I was stealing the spotlight. And when that spotlight hit me too hard during an away match, I crumbled. Misplaced passes, found no rhythm, and we lost that match because of me. The media suddenly turned and called me overhyped, and that one word stuck. But I didn't back down. I trained harder and kept my mouth shut, and it helped me to bounce back. In the next match, I didn't score, but I ran the game with 2 assists and I earned respect again. By October, I was in rhythm. 5 matches, 2 goals, 4 assists, and was starting every game. Also, we moved into the top 4, and I became a key part of the system. The city was buzzing, the fans were louder, but none of that changed my mission. I wasn't just trying to fit in anymore. I was starting to own it. The rise has started, but the real fire, that's still coming. New challenges, new rivalries, new pressure. And trust me, what's coming next is bigger than anything we've faced so far. And by the end of October, I wasn't just in the squad. I was a regular starter, a key name on the team sheet, and my form just skyrocketed as we went unbeaten throughout November, racking up big wins and tight comebacks, and I was contributing in every game with assists, goals, and solid build-up play, and the chemistry was electric. But then suddenly, the mood in the club shifted as Sousa, a club veteran in my position, was unhappy. He went straight to the coach, demanding either a spot in the starting 11 or a January exit. The locker room felt the tension. Some of the older players sided with him and others kept quiet. Me? I just kept training, but behind closed doors, the staffs were debating. Drop me? Not likely. I was performing every match. Drop him? Risk losing an experienced leader mid-season. So to find a solution, the coach decided to switch up the formation. So we moved from our usual setup to a 4-2-2-2, putting Sousa and me on the field together. At first, I was skeptical. We were both aggressive, both wanting to shine, but the coach defined our roles perfectly as I drifted wide and Sousa played as the provider. Suddenly, instead of competing, we were complementing each other, and in the match against Rakov, we finally linked up. A 1-2 on the edge of the box, and Sousa buried it. No celebration, just respect. And from that moment, everything clicked. We were creating chances and winning every games, and so the media shifted from drama to our dynamic duo. By December, we were first in the league with just 4 points of gap between our rivals Jagiellonia Białystok, the team that tried to sign me when I was playing for AFC Wimbledon. And for the first time, I wasn't just the new kid anymore, I was part of something bigger. But nothing in football stays calm for long. As January is just around the corner, and with it comes a whirlwind of transfer rumors that can shake up any team's dynamics. Bigger matches loom on the horizon, and the pressure is mounting. Every player feels it, the fatigue, the expectations, the relentless pursuit of glory. In this high-stakes environment, one small mistake can cost us everything. As the league race heats up, we must stay sharp, focused, and united. This is the time when champions are forged and every decision counts. We're not just playing for points, we're playing for our dreams. So let's rise to the challenge and show the world what we're made of. In December, I was flying. Every week, I was racking up goals and assists, and we are sitting first in the league, and then suddenly, I got the most unexpected call. I got 2 huge offers from 2 giant brands, and I got one big decision to make. It was from Nike and Adidas. They both wanted me to represent them. Adidas came in strong, pitching legacy. They saw elegance and control in me, calling me the next Kaka. They offered me custom boots with my name stitched in, and it felt like old school respect. Then Nike stepped up. Their vibe was sharp and bold. They showed me custom cleats with my logo on the heel, and they also declared me as their future. Everyone around me had the same opinion. My teammates, coaches, even my agent was torn. But deep down, I knew where I belonged. So after many discussions, I signed for Nike with no hesitation. And from the moment I stepped onto the pitch in those boots, everything changed. It felt light, sharp, powerful. This wasn't just a brand move, it was a statement. I wasn't just a rising player anymore. I was a Nike athlete. But with that deal going public, the pressure doubled. January was a turning point. We were flying high, unbeaten in the league, and then the disaster struck. Mikel Ishak, our captain, collapsed in training and torn his ACL, and he is now out of the season. Just like that, our main man was gone and the pressure started to mount. We had another striker, but he not performing up the mark, and we were short on money to sign a new replacement, and our coach became very tensed. In the next 2 matches, he tried to play other players in that striker role, but none of them worked as we dropped 6 points from that matches, and leagues started to get tougher as our rival Jagiellonia Białystok reduced the points with as to just 2 points. So our coach took a very bold decision that surprised everyone, including me. He decided to play me as a shadow striker who will fill the void Ishak left and helps the other striker to get more balls and helps him score. Everyone shocked by that decision because I was a total fire playing in that cam position, and changing the position of an informed player who never played in that role will affect his game, and also it makes negative impact on the team. I was stunned hearing it as I never played there before. But then I remembered my journey, the doubts I faced, and how I silenced them. So I committed. The training was tough, but I pushed through. Match day arrived and I was nervous. New role, new responsibilities. But when that whistle blew, I flipped the switch. I made my runs, assisted 2 goals, and felt the crowd erupt, and from that moment I wasn't just a playmaker anymore. I was a game decider. This was my moment to prove I could evolve, and I did it. And just like that, we continued to dominate the league once again and reached the end of the season. With just 3 games to go, we were leading the league by 2 points. The title was right there within touching distance. All season long, we had fought through adversity, adapted to changes, and overcome every challenge thrown our way. Now, everything came down to these final matches. Training sessions turned into full-blown wars. Every pass, every shot, every touch, they all carried weight. The coach drilled us hard, keeping us sharp, focused, determined. But deep down, we all knew the truth. Jagiellonia were right behind us, breathing down our necks, and they weren't slowing down. Match day arrived and we were playing away. The atmosphere was tense, charged with nerves. We started strong, kept possession, moved the ball well, took control early. But then everything changed in the 29th minute. One of their midfielders came in with a nasty challenge, studs up right into my ankle. I got up, furious, walked straight up to him and shoved him. He went down like he'd been shot. Before I could process what just happened, the referee sprinted over, reached into his back pocket, and gave me a straight red. I froze. I couldn't believe it. I wasn't trying to start a fight. I just wanted to stand up for myself. But it didn't matter. I walked off the pitch to a chorus of boos, cameras locked on me, the commentators echoing the words, "That could cost Lesh the title." And they were right. With me gone, the team lost control of the match. We conceded late and lost the game. Also, we bottled the next match with frustrating draw. Meanwhile, Jagiellonia kept winning. And by the final day, they were ahead. And then, it was over. They lifted the trophy. We lost the league by just a single point, all because of me. I sat in the locker room, staring at the floor. I didn't move, didn't speak, just watched the replay of their celebrations on the TV in front of me, and it felt like I'd let everyone down. The team, the fans, and myself. That red card, it would haunt me for a long time. The media went straight for the jugular. Headlines everywhere showed Kingsley's meltdown, from hero to heartbreak. Is he really the future? Social media was even worse. My name was trending for all the wrong reasons. But in the middle of all that noise, something unexpected happened. My teammates, the same guys who had every right to blame me, came up to me one by one. They didn't yell, they didn't point fingers. They just looked me in the eyes and told me that they still believe in me. Even Sousa, the guy who once fought for my spot, said, "We wouldn't be here without you." And then coach pulled me aside and said something I'll never forget.
One mistake doesn't erase everything you did for this team. So chin up, the next season we will show them what we really are.
That hit me hard, because now, this isn't just about football, it's personal. I've got something to prove, not to the haters, not to the critics, but to the people who trusted me, the people who picked me up when I was at my lowest. Next season, I'm not just coming back. I'm coming back to finish what we started, to win the league. to become the hero Lech Poznan deserves, and to write a new chapter in my story. Because this isn't the end, this is just the beginning. If you missed how this journey began, go check out the other episodes right from here. From league debut to locker room drama, it's all there. Make sure to like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and hit that subscribe button. Because trust me, Season 2 is going to be wild. So stay tuned for the next episode. Until then, bye.